discussion about the final two episodes, season 1 of Miss Marvel 5 and 6. So there will be spoilers. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So as the show closed, how have y'all been liking Miss Marvel so far?
It's been slow to me. Her origin story has been downplayed. Her powers, she's a Green Lantern.
They had a Green Lantern reference in the show. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
I didn't notice.
I didn't catch that. Yeah.
They did when she came back in 6, and they said, "Do you got to recharge or something like that?"
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
When
They did
the
have a
sister-in-law's
reference
asking her how her powers work, yeah. Okay, I did catch that.
Okay.
But I would say this is not the best. I really don't like it. The last episode was the best episode overall.
Last episode was great, but it's like, why not start with that level right?
Why did it take so long to get there?
Yeah, I mean, I like how culturally diverse they are with the show and all that, but I feel like they could have, tacked on a couple of more episodes, expanded on Cameron and all.
You wanted more episodes when they were kind of
it was
bad at first.
short.
I thought you best say a different S word, but go ahead.
No, I just want more. I didn't feel like that was enough. Like,
If they would have written every episode like episode 6, you would have gotten fulfilled by the story.
Yeah, I think having a 6 episode, because that's more time than a movie. So 6 episodes is really fine. That's your opinion. I'm not gonna come back to your opinion, but I think that having just 6 episodes is good, especially for a side character. Because they're not gonna give her a movie. They're gonna be on Miss Marvel movie.
I felt like they should have, made maybe another cameo. Somebody more important.
I think you're being greedy because I think the cameo that we got was actually
I don't feel
A-level
like it was
cameo.
On this one, I'll agree with him. You might be a little greedy on another cameo, but
okay.
this was kind of her origin story. I figured we wouldn't have any big names show up. But, at the end, it did say Miss Marvel will return in the Marvels. So the next time we see her, we'll be in the movie.
I thought that Rambeau's character was going to show up, and I would have been cool with that.
Yeah.
But it's like they went above it and got an Avenger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I really can't complain.
I'm about to say this is our first Avenger in the TV show, but no.
No.
And Wanda and WandaVision.
Yeah. And then Hawkeye.
Falcon and Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Hawkeye. But this is the first one that got their own movie.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You trying to reach too far now.
I guess
God.
you're right. I guess I'm asking for a bit too much, but I felt like it could have done better.
I think the overall show could have done better.
Yeah,
But let's go ahead and get into episode 5. So episode 5, she's having that's the start of the confrontation where they were at the place where
they're at the Red Dagger Temple, and the Jinn fall in. They've escaped maximum security prison. They've fallen from the ceiling, and this is the end of that confrontation. Where
I thought they were already at the set where she was trying to go to the other world.
So they were at the set where the portal was opening.
So the Bengals can time travel.
Yeah. I don't really know how that really happened. I don't know because
I think that that could be weaved into another story in the future. That can be like an answer to a problem if something happens in the future, where they got to fix something.
But how often would that be able to happen? I think the mother called for her daughter to come back to save herself.
I think I'm agreeing with you there. The mother used her power associated with the bangle to bring the bangle user from one time to their time.
The grandmother?
Yes.
The great-grandmother.
To help make sure her daughter and her father and the daughter, they got on the train and got out of there. And if that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Okay, just for that specific moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I just like how they portrayed the great grandmother, like how she was
killed off easy.
Yeah, killed off easy, and what they said about her, like she's a disgrace to the family and all that, and they wasn't really saying what happened until we saw her backstory.
Yeah, they were bashing her the entire time.
I think it's cool. But up until I'd say episode 6, I feel that the main character Kamala should have been doing a whole lot more with her abilities. There's a lot of satisfying, appealing visuals they could have done with this character. The fact that they changed it, like some people might not have liked the fact that she deviated from what she was in the comics, but I like that change.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
I just
You
hate
didn't.
that
You said Green Lantern.
Yeah, I mean, I hate that they toned it down a bit. I mean, they could have gave her original powers. I mean, there's a lot of superheroes in the Marvel Universe. I'm sure they can stretch.
But wasn't you the one who said that, they didn't want to be too much like Mr. Fantastic?
I did, but, they made her a mutant. And
Yeah, I thought that was for nothing.
Yeah, I don't like that.
If anything,
She's
I wish they would have
inhuman.
brought it back to her being an Inhuman.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe they can because they didn't say you are. I mean, they said there's a mutation, but they didn't say you are a mutant. Maybe the mutation will be an Inhuman DNA.
They strongly hinted at
They
with
did.
the
They
thing.
very strongly hinted at it.
Yeah.
With the X-Men things from the 90s, they strongly hinted at. So she's a mutant, unfortunately.
Now, how the hell did Bruno get the equipment to figure out her DNA?
I've been saying that from the beginning.
I mean, I know he's smart.
I know he's smart, he's going to Caltech.
I can agree with that.
But-
Where's he getting this? Where's he getting this
We
stuff
didn't even
from?
see him go to no lab. Wait, other than school, maybe could have been a. No,
Unless they
destroyed that.
explain, had some type of Tony Stark tech or some stuff was
His
stolen.
store
or
was
something.
stolen. I mean,
Something.
destroyed. So how did he do her DNA? Like, where did he go?
I've been saying
to
that
the
from the beginning.
library. Like, no.
I don't know where he's getting this
So
stuff
that's
from.
that movie logic. But, but yeah. Overall, I mean, show's pretty decent. Even though, as I said, it was toned down.
To me, it's below decent.
Cameron's powers, I don't like how he received them.
I think that was just lazy, right?
That was a cop out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just lazy. They just
He's
said,
just-
oh.
He got it so easy.
It didn't really
It's-
explain it either.
Yeah.
And he didn't explain why he couldn't use them beforehand.
So like,
So whatever happened during the event where the mother was thinking she was crossing over the world before she died, that must have sent it to him. But it didn't explain why he got them.
yeah.
It didn't. Yeah, and it didn't explain how she, why she had to send powers to him to close the gate.
Yeah. And so is Cameron a mutant now, or because I mean,
We don't even know. I couldn't tell you.
because he.
Also, who's Cameron's dad? Because if she had a kid with somebody, who's the dad? Is that going to come into play? Or was he a djinn from the other world?
Possibly she could have came over pregnant or whatever.
Because if that's true, where was Cameron in the flashbacks?
You're right. So possibly.
Maybe he wasn't alive then during then.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, they
Like,
do
who's the
age
father?
slow.
Who's the guy she
yeah,
messed with?
so maybe the father doesn't matter.
So the age slow and he's still a kid?
I mean, that's what they said. They age slow. They DNA.
But is he still going to be in kid form? Like the Eternal
right.
character?
All right. I mean, movie logic, man. Come on. Possibly.
But like at one point he said, "This isn't my world." The other home, but did you come from that world or were
Or
you
was
born,
he born
here?
here? That, because,
I mean, well, he can use his full power, so obviously he was born.
not until after that point in time.
True.
That's-
Yeah, because he doesn't have the powers until she closes the gate.
Yeah. Okay.
So why did she have to send him powers to close the gate? I feel like there's a big plot hole here.
And yeah, why couldn't she pierce the veil? Like what?
Well, yeah, why couldn't they pierce the veil? Is it because they didn't have the other bracelet?
Yeah. Maybe
You need
possibly,
both of them
Yeah.
to be able to go through?
Was she not strong enough, or did she need a key or something else? Or?
Yeah,
I'm not
maybe
even
like-
going to look that far into the question because it wasn't that
Yeah,
good.
I don't think we're gonna ever get answers to these questions anyway.
The show wasn't that good. Up until episode 6.
Yeah, 6 was.
Yeah, 6 is the
Six
savior
was
of the
best.
season.
What? I don't think it's going to be saved. But 6 was amazing. Overall,
Yeah,
it was a decent cherry on top of a mud pie.
yeah.
So
I like how they all came together and all that to fight. The cops.
Damage control.
Yeah, they were like the villains of the season. Pretty
well,
much.
let's rehash before we get into that. Let's rehash how we led up to that point. So we can skip over 5. 5
Okay.
wasn't.
Yeah, 5 was all
let's go
flashback.
full into 6. So 6, like I said, was great. First off, she gets home. Her parents and her whole family is cool with her being
Yeah,
superhero all of a sudden.
yeah.
I kind of thought that
They
was
glossed over that too.
I glossed over it too because I said, you know what, they trying. I said, so I glossed over it. I thought, okay, you know, I'll go ahead and buy that. So her parents buy. Her parents are okay with it. Her going out fighting, getting, you know, possible danger. And
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. So,
After they've been overprotected the entire series.
Oh yeah.
exactly. So Bruno and what's the other guy's name?
Cameron.
Cameron. They go into the mosque.
They're running right now from
Yeah.
damage control.
Yeah, so damage control get there, and they use a lot of racist terms, and I'm like, they said wrong
Try
people
to
getting
forcefully
powers.
enter the mosque and all that.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of racist terms, and I feel like that was to relate to reality, how some people see Muslims and what they actually have to go through, you know, just being
Yeah.
a Muslim, just having a mosque and stuff like that in the community. So, they get there, don't take their shoes off. They just walk in with
Just
shoes
being
on.
disrespectful, yeah.
Disrespectful or whatnot.
They make cookies for him.
They make cookies for him. And then I guess at that point she has a warrant to go.
They have a warrant to search the whole
search
place.
the
Yeah.
whole place. And then now.
Which do we think they really had one? Because she wasn't paying attention to her superiors anyway.
She was not, no.
So they probably just forced their way in with no warrant at all.
Maybe. I mean, that happens all the time. So that happened.
I like how they would stash Cameron and Bruno
Yeah.
stash in the bookshelves, hiding or the little
Yeah,
secret
that was
trap
a,
door.
I think it was
Yeah.
a bookshelf. Yeah. I think that was pretty dope, but they still had to get rid of them because you know they probably would have checked that. So they go to the school.
No. Before that, how Kamala, how she comes in, how she approaches them. jumping,
she's running.
Yeah, how she running.
She's able to use her powers way better now.
Yeah.
So she's actually running and creating platforms at the same time.
I didn't like that CGI. Like,
No, CGI.
I'm not as picky as y'all on the CGI.
I mean, I'm not saying it didn't look good. It just.
I am.
It wasn't on par with, like I say, the rest of the Disney.
Also,
Plus.
if you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation, you can't put a little better CGI in there. That's just me saying. My opinion.
A little fake, but I mean,
It is fake.
Yeah.
put it there.
Yeah.
I also like how they slowly pieced her costume together in
The costume was
episodes,
cool.
It was just. I'd say a lot of things happen out of convenience.
Yeah, like where did Mom find that costume?
Yeah, how,
Did she? I would have rather her say, "I made this for you."
how long were they in Pakistan?
That's the other thing.
That wouldn't
It
explain
seemed
it.
like a day
Yeah.
from what they showed us, but I would say maybe a week.
I mean, it had to be.
Everything
at
happened
least
so
a week,
quickly
yeah.
right at the end.
And like how did the clandestines travel from New
Yeah,
York
they got
to,
there quick.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
I mean, the timing of this is way crazy.
I gotta agree with you on that. Like I said, I feel like it was a bit lazy. It was a lackluster show.
Just fast. all
Fast
the way.
paced with no explanation.
Let's go back to the school though.
Okay.
So they're at the school because I want to get to some of the tech they were using, like the damage
Tony
control.
Stark.
Using.
Yeah.
They're blasters that shoot the pulse. We've already seen those, but let's talk about the weapon we've already seen before. And do you know which movie we've seen it in? That big blaster that came up out of the truck and hit Cameron.
That
and
was
then-
from Incredible Hulk.
Yes, it was. He knew it.
Yeah.
That's like the blaster they used in that movie. I mean, that was dope.
So it's a Stark tech, you believe? I mean, Stark created the damage control, so I would assume that some of the
I would
stuff
assume,
is
yeah,
Stark
it's all Stark tech. I bet
All
it's
of it?
tech.
Oh yeah. it
Well,
is.
wait a minute. I feel like, yeah, you're right, because they confiscated even the drones. Even the drones that was in episode 5, that
Yeah.
was the Spider-Man drone.
Yeah,
So, yeah, they confiscated
I'm saying it's all Stark tech. Or at least,
Where else
At
would they
least
get their
most
tech
of it.
from? I mean, they ain't really.
Well,
There's
they-
other universes in there.
I mean,
They
yeah,
could
but
get it
they ain't
from
really
Wakanda.
introduce anybody other than
got
Tony Stark.
Aang,
They
they,
give
they
them-
could they could be getting it
Hydra.
from Wakanda.
They can
True.
still.
Okay.
I mean,
but
even the
Wakanda
blasters
don't-
kind of
Wakanda don't share their technology.
Yeah, but at the end of
Black Panther.
what? Yeah, they're
He did
Oh,
open
he
borders.
okay,
opened the
okay,
borders
okay, okay.
and wanted to because he wanted to share the technology with fellow brothers in the world.
Okay.
So
And then for me, the gun, they kind of seem like Ulysses Claw's blast more than. The,
yeah, they were like
Yeah, those-
handheld.
Yeah.
And,
Sonic booms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But I thought that was cool, the tech that they were using. But just like in Hulk, that weapon was destroyed pretty quickly.
What y'all think about them stalling the damage control as they entered the school?
I thought that was actually a good
like,
scene.
yeah,
That was funny.
yeah.
I
The
thought it
whole
was-
the whole fire extinguisher thing with that they were doing that was pretty cool.
I like
I
how
know-
she planned everything out on the board
Yeah.
beforehand.
It's
and,
like, this is how the
Yeah.
series is supposed to be. So, yeah, she put that on there. So,
and then when they were shooting the baseballs at the damage control, that was
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, and then they came up behind him and captured them all.
Yeah, and how Bruno got tackled, I thought that was hilarious.
He went back in there dancing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
you and this with me?
Oh, and the love triangle between all three of them, Bruno, Kamala, and
Yeah, that was a
Shyamalan.
little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't know how that love triangle was gonna come out, but it wasn't really a love triangle, more like a
No, I'd say triangle because he was starting to kiss. What's his name? Cameron. He was kissing. He was about to kiss. her.
Yeah.
Bruno walked in,
Yeah.
and then boom, that hinted. I think right
Yeah.
there confirmed love triangle.
but a triangle has 3 sides.
You got that, okay,
Hey.
the same way that Wolverine
And
Jean,
yeah, and Jean and Cyclops, yeah.
that's love triangle. Same thing, love triangle. It's the two
Yeah.
sides of the triangle.
I agree with you.
I'm not trying to go all geometry on you, but
I know, yeah. But yeah, so then Kamala calls the Red Dagger saying, hey, I need help getting him out of here. I thought we were going to see who helps get him out. And I thought that was going to be like a key player in the series.
I thought he was gonna come to America.
so
But-
she can just punch through the earth and make a big
I didn't like that. I didn't like
Yeah,
that.
that was
Also, she might punch down, but who's punching the red? I guess maybe
Yeah.
he's hitting the hole trying to get out.
They didn't really show his powers doing that, but his was just erratic and going all around everywhere.
And she can make force fields. Why has she been doing that?
I do not like how she's all of a sudden able to use her powers to the fullest. That's just on me.
I mean, but that's more of the action set piece that you get at the final.
Yeah.
Like even that.
But also, Cameron was messing people up and was about to hurt civilians. So he needed to be taken down a little bit.
I mean, his mom died. He just now found out his mom.
His
died.
mom died so he can
out,
kill
yeah.
people?
Yeah, that's
man.
how comic book movies go. He turned into a supervillain because my mom died.
Black Panther didn't. His dad died.
Yeah, but he came back from the edge.
Well, he was going for the guy. to kill him. I know you're trying to open up other little. Well, we gotta stay on topic.
I like
What were you
how
saying?
I like how Zoe, Nakia,
And they all helped out.
yeah, all helped out. Yeah, she popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
like
like,
that. And
yeah. How did she know Kamala was?
I think she put it together.
Okay.
Also, I can relate the dynamic between her and the female that kind of bullied her at the beginning.
That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, I can kind of relate that to the relationship between Spider-Man and Flash Thompson.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, where okay, this guy think he's cool, he bothers me, but he loves my alter ego. So I just think they had a lot to work with. Why only save all that for the final
Yeah.
episode?
Yeah.
Like she could have went back to school and was like, "Oh, Kamala, you're
Yeah.
a piece of crap," and then, but I love Miss Marvel
Yeah.
or Nightlight or whatever. That's what I'm saying. They related a lot of to Spider-Man, Nightlight, Night Monkey. Come on, man.
Let's go to the after credit scene with
No,
we've
the
already
post-
talked about the post credit scene. Yeah.
Post scene first.
So post credit scene, Bruno's like, I looked at your DNA. You got a mutation. Da-da-da.
With the X-Men thing.
Yeah, with the X-Men thing.
That was a waste of time.
Yeah, it completely like
They could have did anything else.
yeah.
If they're gonna use Rambo's character in the next movie, they could have used her, and I was like, wow. And then still use the end credit scene. We ain't to the end credit scene yet, but still use the end credit scene to go, whoa.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah,
But
I don't know if they made her a mutant because they already did the Inhumans already. I mean, they've
I don't
already
know. I
been
think
pictured on
that
TV.
they butchered that post
Yeah,
credit
that-
scene. Because I would have rather her become an Inhuman again.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have rather any of that and let her be what the Jinn. Is that what they
A
call
Jinn,
it?
what they-
Let
yeah.
her be a Jinn, and I've accepted that. I had already accepted
Yeah,
something.
that's
Well,
true.
I don't even know what a Jinn is. Was some new supernatural?
That's what I'm saying.
creature?
It keeps
Yeah,
you
I don't
thinking.
remember hearing
The
any-
Jinn are what they were, the clandestines.
Yeah,
Another word for them was Jinn.
Okay.
Yeah.
they had.
Well,
a lot
they
of
do
terms.
go by multiple names. Okay.
Yeah,
I think
they
they
ran
went
it
by
off like
one named the Nor or something
yeah,
like that. They
yeah.
got a bunch of
the
them.
Nor is where they
Their
like
powers.
is the power that
Yeah.
is she was pulling the Nor or whatever. But
Still, sure.
yeah, it was basically not needed. They fumbled the bag on it.
So-
yeah, go ahead.
Where do we think Kamala went?
Okay, so let's go to
Let's
the
go to the end
after
credit
credit
scene.
No, the
End
end credit
credit
scene.
scene.
So Kamala is messing with the bracelet, or she's not even messing with the bracelet. She's
Is in her room.
Yeah.
I think it just made some weird swoosh noise or something like that.
and then all of a sudden,
yeah.
boom, So are we saying she teleported and they switched places?
I don't know yet.
Yeah,
So
she switched
basically,
places.
Carol Danvers is now in her room.
But she'd be wearing a little girl shirt, jacket though. She wouldn't be full suited because that looked like
Who?
a jacket, a cosplay jacket when she turned into Carol Danvers. That looked like a kid jacket, if you ask me.
A kid jacket that Carol Danvers was wearing?
Yeah.
I didn't think
The
she was
cap-
wearing a jacket.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't like a little jacket. It wasn't a full suit.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure that out. I mean,
Or maybe that was just her new costume.
maybe.
Maybe.
Because everybody's getting a new costume, so
Mhm.
maybe they're rolling out a new Miss Marvel costume.
Maybe.
And that's
But
just,
I thought it was good though because it's
Yeah.
got us asking questions.
yeah,
I know
no,
what happened.
I mean, it's got us thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
Let's go ahead and go.
yeah,
to
let's
ratings.
go ahead and go to ratings.
All right.
I'll go ahead and go first. For episode 5, you see how we just kind of skipped over talking about
Yeah.
that mostly. I'm going to go ahead and give that one a 5. I didn't really care for it. I'm just going to be quite honest. Giving it a 5 just to be generous. But episode 6, best episode of the whole series. They should have just led with this style of writing. I thought it was great. I thought it was real culture based. Going to give episode 6 an 8. How about you?
Okay. Episode 5, 3.
That's
A bit slow, wasn't much going on other than the backstory of her grandparents. 6, I'm gonna give it 8 like you did. A lot more action. Got to see everybody get together, come together, take down the damage control. Kamala growing into her powers and all that. She even managed to, what did you say, embiggen. I like how she grew a bit bigger and all that. So yeah, 8 for me.
Yeah, I'm going to give episode 5 a 4. I'm going to split you guys down the middle. And episode 6, I'm going to give it a 7. I mean, all the reasons are about the same. I can't wait to see what they do with the Marvels. We'll go from there.
All right. Now we're about to go ahead and do a series rating over overall series of Miss Marvel season 1. Frank, since you ended the last one, you go ahead and start this.
I'm going to give this series a 6 overall. I mean, it was not the best. It did what it had to do. Wasn't the best. 6 overall.
I'm also give it a 6. I mean, it's her origin story. I mean, it was toned down a bit, but I mean, they still managed to show her doing what she needed to do to grow. Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to also give it a 6. I know 666. Yeah. But yeah, they toned down the character. She was overly clumsy. The writing was just bad, and it didn't get good until episode 6. So all these 6s.
Yeah,
But yeah, for me it's gonna be a 6. So I'd like to take this time to thank you guys for joining us on another episode of Fan Style Reviews. I'd like to remind you that my name is Jamel.
I'm Oscar.
And I'm Frank.
We're gonna see you on the next one.